had rented all my life. I had had to go back and forth between having roommates, finding places where I could have animals and still afford a down payment. When you have a landlord, your contract is up, that price can go anywhere, and that doesn't mean you can afford it. That unknown is just extremely unsettling after a while. I just presumed because of where I wanted to live that I wasn't going to be able to own, and I just was kind of resigned to renting my whole life. So this house was built in 1924. This house has not always been here. This house used to be where the library is now. They had to clear the whole street to move the house up the street. They had these giant ramps and pulled the house up the hill onto the foundation. And then, they repainted and they cleaned it all up. When Homestead came in and they were able to take this home as a result of the library going in, it was part of the big movement that was just starting in Delridge to improve the Delridge area, and it's changed so much over the years. The old community center was shut down, and they've got the nice big one with the skate park. They put the skate park in, and they've got the wading pool is still there, and the little playground for the kids. Youngstown Community Center that they built up, it's a big arts area. Being part of that change, it was not evident actually when I first bought the house, because that was at the very beginning of the changes that were happening in Delridge. And it was about 3 or 4 years later when I realized that was at the beginning of this sort of cascade effect of going through and remodeling and giving Delridge a new name. And that was really neat to realize that my house and my history was part of that. It's weird, the little things that you don't think about community as much consciously, and then over time you realize how much you've gotten to know your neighbors and how nice they are. It becomes a little micro community. You guys help each other out, you know each other, you keep an eye out for each other's property or places. I'll go feed the cat, you want me to water your plants, so you're gone really quick. Or it's just little things that build the strength of the neighborhood and the community that you don't get when you're not in a home. I can't imagine being a family and looking for a home in Seattle. I mean, families are a big enough expense, a big enough responsibility, and then you compound that with the housing crisis in the area, the lack of affordable housing. I can't imagine trying to figure a way to stay near Seattle, in Seattle, if you worked there, and being able to take care of an entire family. Most people would have to come up from Tacoma or come up from Fife and make that long drive, spending hours on the road, and so you're spending the money either in time and gas, or you're spending it on a house, and most people have to do it in time and gas. Having the affordability to be in a neighborhood like Delridge in West Seattle that's close to downtown, it's making it just so much easier for families to exist. The missing link is the affordability in the city, and that's where Homestead is just invaluable. Having the stability of an affordable home gives you a freedom that just permeates your life in a way that you don't realize until it happens. And I couldn't have done that without Homestead. I'm Tina Lathrop, and I am Homestead's first homeowner.